Hi, everybody. Welcome to part one of the curriculum standards presentation. This will be just sort of a general overview of how certain government standards came into play, and then we'll dive more in depth in parts 2 and 3 into the different credentials. Be sure to check out the learning activities that are posted within Blackboard at the end of each video segment. So a little bit of history. So pre-1993, college programs in the government of Ontario could basically do whatever they wanted. Um, and so in 1993, the government decided to initiate program standards. And so these are guiding principles for different programs within the colleges. And there were three goals of this program standard. The first was, as I had mentioned, consistency, so that somebody, for example, graduating from Centennial with a social service worker diploma would have a similar set of skills, knowledge, and attitudes as somebody graduating from the same program at Confederation. The second goal was the breadth. So this is when Gen Ed came into play. So pre 1993, there weren't general education electives at colleges. And the idea here was to not only develop skilled workers, but also skilled citizens. So expanding their knowledge and worldview through these breadth courses. The third goal was accountability, so making sure that colleges were accountable to the public, to their students, in developing programs that were current. And that this is when we have the program review cycle as well as the cycle of program standards renewal, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So this first link here is the published college standards. And you can, when you go into the published college standards, which you'll be asked to do at the end of this segment, you'll be able to see here through the search button. You can search your program title, and you'll see if it appears, then you know your program is a standard, and you can look at that standard. So here, let's just do an example. It's hyperlinked for you within the slideshow. So again, this general page just tells you about the components of the standard, but let's say I worked in nursing, so practical nurse. There it is, it's the first hit, and so that will automatically lead you to a PDF that is the current program standard for, in this case, practical nursing. And you'll see it's a fairly lengthy document. If your program doesn't appear, then you are likely what we call a program description.